Alrighty. Oh, there's a cat trying to get in the van. It's a really friendly white cat here. Very flirtatious. So it's Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, everybody. If you care. Got chicken in the oven. Did a little walk around this area. It's beautiful. The rain has subsided briefly and some weather's on the way, apparently. Hey, kitty cat. No idea what to talk about, but I'm just going to carry on making videos and not trying on this channel. I'm never going to try on this channel to do things because I'm going to put the effort into the business channels and play the algorithm. I just like the idea of never doing it with this one and just having my little 5 or 10 minutes every day to jibber jabber to anybody that cares. But I'm mainly just talking to myself in the granddad blogging style. So yeah, just gonna have a couple of days Christmas celebrations and keep it chill and get ready for the new year vibes, the new year energy, and using those to start a new routine. Now we're settled in here. We've been here about a week, and yeah, woke up at 4 a.m. this morning, then just was awake for hours. The sleep's still a bit all over the place. It's a big move. It's a big move. Lots of moves. But we're in a beautiful spot. We found the track that it's about an 8-minute drive into town down some very windy roads. There's 3 or 4 chicanes that like you have to get the turn right in a vehicle of this size, otherwise you're backing up. Some of the chicanes have mirrors on. One of them does, the others don't. So you're just blind. But there is a track. Apparently it takes 20 minutes to walk into town. Well, probably 10 minutes down and 20 minutes up, apparently. And that's quite wet and slippery. We had a little look at it today. So hopefully in a couple of months when the spring comes, it'll be nicer to do that. Definitely be good for the exercise. That's for sure. Yeah, it's a funny time of year, isn't it? Christmas. We've kind of moved away from everybody. I feel like I've moved away from a lot of people in life. Most of them, really. Just become a bit of a different person, which is what we should do. Especially having a family, I think that changes you. That changes the dynamics, the direction of life, in the biggest way possible. Yeah, so don't really know what to say other than we're going to have some lovely food and a relaxed time, and hopefully some nice walks in nature. The air here is incredible. I'm really looking forward to starting the yoga and hopefully be able to do it outside on this little veranda we've got with some cover. So even if it was raining, like people pay good money for meditation sounds of the rainforest and stuff. We're kind of in it. Not a rainforest, but a forest where there's a lot of rain in a mountain. And yeah, if it's not too cold, which it could well be. January, February, normally really the harshest months, aren't they? Yeah. We were going to go to Vietnam for like the cold period, but I don't mind the seasons now so much. I think when you're in Bali, it's just like hot. You just know what you're getting, and or it's like it's going to rain, it's going to storm, and that is nice. But I do really appreciate the seasons more as I'm getting older, and I think there's a certain ebb and flow to them that you can tap into yourself for your own personal journey. And yeah, we were going to go to Vietnam, but with all of this 3i Atlas coming through the solar system, which made its perihelion around the sun a month ago, and then closest point to the Earth on December 19th, and then it's kind of on its way out, and it'll pass by Jupiter. on a new moon or something next year. I can't remember the date for that. But it's caused a lot of geomagnetic activity with the sun. And I've kind of got fascinated with all this stuff. I love it, like the planets, the astrology, the stars, the ancient wisdom. I just feel like they knew things. We've been told that history is we've just got smarter and better, and we came from apes, and they started to make tools and things like that. But like, we can't explain the pyramids. The magic of this, their measurements and their positioning to certain astrological alignments. We can't build the pyramids now. We can't do it. So there must have been some other knowledge going on, some lost history. There's just so much evidence that points towards it. And apparently we've just come out of, if you think about the moon goes around the earth is going around the sun with all of the other planets in the solar system. The sun is spinning around the Milky Way. And I think we entered into the age, oh God, the cat's in. Hey, out. We entered into the age of Aquarius. Every 12,500 years or something like that, we enter into a big new cycle. And astrologers have looked back in the past and seen massive changes around these big shifts in astrological events. And they map them. The events with the astrological, because you can look back at what the planets were doing. You can look back at the history, or what history we have. But also the yoga course I did in Bali discussed the Kali Yuga, the Yuga cycles, which are like 25,600 for a full cycle. And that is our sun, which we're spinning around, going around the whole of the Milky Way. So everything's spinning around everything. But the center of the Milky Way, there's this big black hole, which is the center. Another cat. That's a different cat. The center of the consciousness of our galaxy. Hey. So, and for the first 12,500 years, it's like a descending energy. Everything goes more into chaos and darkness and corruption. And then as it reaches the bottom, the Kali Yuga, which apparently we crossed in March this year, it then starts to come into the light and ascend. And that's more of a golden age where people are healthier. They don't need to eat much food because they live off the light. And, you know, who knows what to believe, but I'm just kind of fascinated by all this stuff. So that was an important date. There seems to be a lot of very big one-off astrological happenings of late, basically, and going into next year that are very rare, very unique. And this 3i Atlas coming through the solar system, just loads and loads of things that are quite rare, and they're all happening together. So the odds of a lot of these things happening in the billions and billions. So interesting time to be alive. There's obviously been a lot of unrest, and apparently, like, that has to happen. Like the unrest has to happen for people to notice, for people to see what's going on more clearly and lead them down, break them out of the system, basically, that's not working for people and that's not serving all of the people equally. I think that's very clear now, isn't it? So interesting times indeed. You know, you can look at a lot of this stuff and say, oh well, just coincidence and all this stuff, or it's like placebo, it's you believe in it. And I know there's all that as well, but I just keep getting quite blown away by hearing different researchers, scientists, astrologers looking back and pinpointing events that sometimes repeat, that happen linked to these days. So make of it what you will.